Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us today on the 16th of February. It is a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday coming here from the north of Colorado. We've got news from all over the car industry as always, and I want to start things off with Ford, who is teaming up with State Farm, providing a new level of insurance for you if you drive one of their vehicles. Mercedes is also unveiling their new car, or I guess has unveiled their new car, the EQE, and we have more details on the GMC Hummer EV. All that and more is to come today on Daily Car News. Genesis GV60, we have some more updates on it before it hits the roads and dealer shelves later this year. Starting price around $55,000, and this is a direct competitor to the Audi Q4 e-tron, the Volvo XC40 Recharge, and the Tesla Model Y. We have a 77.4 kilowatt hour battery pack, and the single motor rear wheel drive makes 255 horsepower. Bump it up to the dual motor all wheel drive, and we have 314 horsepower. And then their performance dual motor all wheel drive version makes 429 horsepower. We're always going to be making sure that we double check that as soon as we get one here to test. The 0 to 60 performance is looking to be about 4 seconds for this car. Now, we don't have an EPA range yet, but Genesis is claiming that the rear-wheel drive model will get 280 miles, the all-wheel drive 249, and the performance version 229. Coming again from the same battery pack, it makes sense that the more power you make, the less range you have. This is the smallest SUV in Genesis's lineup, and it has this unique shifter ball thing. We'll have to show you an animation. I'll make sure that we put it up there. But the shifter knob sort of pops up in a ball in the center console. Very unique, and I guess it's another cool thing to see in these cars. I'm also hearing things that there will be a facial recognition camera on the driver's side B pillar that'll unlock the car automatically when it senses you coming in. I don't know if that'll replace a normal key, right? Because if you have your key with you, then it already knows that you're there. But if it sees that you have come up to the car, then maybe you won't need a key anymore because it has recognized you coming up. We'll have to see what this is like in person, or even if they do release it at all. These are sort of like, rumors that you can chew on, but nothing yet, all right? So we're going to make sure that as soon as we have one available to test, we'll corroborate that for you and make sure to give you a finalized answer. Mercedes and the EQE has been finally officially revealed. This thing can make 677 horsepower in a normal sedan. It's ridiculous. I love electric cars. It is a little smaller and a little sportier than the bigger brother, the EQS. Again, this is the E series rather than the S series of their electric lineup. 677 horsepower from a 90 kilowatt hour battery pack, 0 to 60, 3.2 seconds. Pretty cool. Top speed of 149 miles an hour, and it has standard air suspension, optional carbon ceramic brakes, which you might want to get because this thing is heavy and it will go fast. And in order to stop something that's heavy and fast, you need good brakes. This will compete directly with the Tesla Model 3 Performance, I guess the base model, Tesla Model S, BMW i4 M50, and maybe even the Audi Q4 or the Audi e-tron GT and the base model Porsche Taycan. We'll see how it sort of stacks up with the lineup, and we're looking to get it in the market in early 2023. Now, I mentioned earlier, GMC Hummer. The Hummer EV is here, and we have some more updates for you from what they have filed with the EPA. This thing is patently ridiculous. Nearly 10,000 pounds, 1,000 horsepower. The battery pack alone weighs like 3,000 pounds. It has 329 miles of range, an equivalent of 47 MPGe, 9,063 pound curb weight. This is ridiculous. The battery pack alone is 212.7 kilowatt hours. And the Edition 1 version of the Hummer EV is going to be $110,295 MSRP. Looking to be released later this year, towards the end of the year, and more in 2023. Hummer EV is ridiculous, but I guess you're making an EV for America, and we are very ridiculous here in the country. Ford and State Farm doing the not ridiculous thing and teaming up to introduce user-based insurance or usage-based insurance. It's debuting in Alaska, Idaho, Montana, and Oregon, and looking to be around the end of the month is when they will hit the cars. It sort of works in tandem with State Farm's Drive, Safe, and Save insurance model, and they will tie in the 2020 and newer Ford lineup. Eligible owners can expect discounts between 10 to 15% and only for cars 2020 and newer. For more information, you're going to have to contact your local State Farm agent because that's all we have for you today. Next, the Buick Envision gets a little cheaper throughout the lineup. $350 off the base model, $675 off the top end model, and those are MSRP prices. Make sure you add $1,800 throughout the lineup if you want all-wheel drive, and don't forget destination and of course any dealer adjustments. But it is cool to see in this market where prices are going higher and higher and higher, Buick has managed to shave off just a little bit, maybe a month's payment or so, depending on what kind of car you get, off of your car. Good job, Buick, and I appreciate it. And our final story today, Jaguar and Land Rover team up with software giant Nvidia. Yes, Jaguar and Land Rover are teaming up with the Nvidia to power their cars starting in 2025, doing everything from active safety, driver assistance, parking capabilities, and it'll even sort of use AI to keep an eye on what you're doing inside and how you like your climate, how you like your music settings or whatever, to make your sort of lived experience in the car better. The custom software is going to be built from the bottom up, so it will take time. Again, we're expecting a 2025 model year rollout, but Nvidia is one of the leaders in its field, and it's among them, so who knows what can happen. I guess only good things going forward. Best of luck to Jaguar Land Rover and Nvidia. Very cool partnership to see here on my end. I'm a gamer. I love building computers, so this is super cool to see my two worlds sort of colliding in a wonderful way. Thank you so much for joining us here for a quick episode of Daily Car News. Not so much has happened last night in the world of cars. I guess the coolest thing is Ford and State Farm teaming up, and of course Jaguar Land Rover and Nvidia teaming up. So a lot of cross-industry teamwork here. Again, as always, my name is Gary Fasalvo. Thank you so much for joining us today. All of our socials and all of the links from the articles are going to be down in the description below. Make sure you give us a follow anywhere on social media at @Daily Car News. I'm at Gary Fasalvo on Twitter if you want to give me a shout. If you hear anything in the car news world, make sure you let me know, and I will see if we can include it in our show and let the world know all over. Thank you so much for joining us today. We will see you tomorrow on Daily Car News.